guys, again, it's me, Ruowen Huang. As you can see, try to catch up to my episode. My husband told me I should do it with quality, not quantity. At least I think I'm trying to do it quality. Maybe my quality is so low, I don't know. But for me, broadcast, I have a lot of things to share with you guys. So sometimes I would, because my life is busy, right? Which mom have 2 kids is not busy anyway. So life is busy and things go on. And so sometimes I allow things to build. And once it build up, I become so much thing to say, right? So it based on the foundation is I'm very talkative person. My family always say, I can make short story really long, right? So poor kids. But anyway, today, before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about don't live in mistake, learn from it. The reason I want to talk about this is, again, I'm going to talk about, I just went down to state and finished a volleyball tournament, with my kids. My kids would join the volleyball club, right? So they just go down there, have a season, and then we just come back. This season, how they play, very bad, worse than they were here. So I don't usually want to interfere the way people coach, not at all. I don't usually want to go and talk to kids, right? But this is one of those tournaments I just could not help. I couldn't help. I had to have a conversation with kids. So the reason they play really bad is because the whole court they playing with a command, we're going to lose anyway. Right? Because prior to their going, I guess their coach let them keep telling them how American volleyball take volleyball very, very seriously. They do the whole year round, while we only take a couple months a season, and season is over, right? So I guess through this time, kids start building a little bit story in their head. I don't know how it works with other kids, but I know with my kids myself, right? Even though I think she's a confident young girl, she was already afraid she's gonna lose before she go, right? So when she got there, you would know even my kids doesn't play. No, actually she played really well. I shouldn't say that because it takes a lot of coaching prior to she going. But I can only assume other kids if they're not being coached, right? So while they play, you will know they are not even trying. It to a point like they are not even trying. They continues living in mistake. So it go from, whoa, they are good, to, oh, I'm bad. Then it become, oh, I can make a mistake. Then they continue living in the story of, why am I making mistake? Okay, this is a very typical. On kids, it's easy to understand. On us, we don't understand, right? So that's why I use them as example to show you guys. So that's why I want to talk about you are what you believe you are. If you believe you're going to lose, you're going to lose because your bodies show. If you believe I'm not good enough, it shows. Trust me. You think you can hire well? No, you can't. It shows. It become easier for a psychic to see, but as you get older, it become easier for everybody to see. So that, we already covered that topic. Now I'm talking about mistake. We all make mistake. We all do. But since we were a kid, we weren't given a chance, like mistake was okay. You know what? Mistake's okay. So very often when we make mistake, this is a typical reaction I see from people. Oh my God, how can I be so stupid? How can I do this? We not very often thinking, how can we learn from it? You know what I mean? How can I learn from it? So we might do something that's very stupid. And then our parents give us a comment like, hey, how can you be so stupid? How can you make this kind of mistake? Why are you doing this? Right? So then that mistake become our inner child. We start talking to ourselves with that. You are so stupid. We don't remember how to improve on it. We just simply living that mistake. How can I meet such a jerk? Why am I always meeting such a jerk? Why am I never able to meet someone who is good enough for me? You know what I mean? Trust me, we all have that mistake sentence. And then the worst thing is we allow ourselves to live in there. And thinking it's okay. Now, let's go back to the way our society teach us. I used to work in this business center as a manager. And then one time I ruined a big, It was this client, right? This client had some original, it's like designing logo company, is popular logo family, and then they designed this popular logo, and then they only want they have the original copy, like original draft. In that time, we don't have that much like computer thing. You print it one more time. No, it's actually people hand draw it, and then it was a logo print, right? So this client want me to make copy of it, and while I'm making copy of it, you know how sometimes the paper got jammed, and then got stuck. So this one and only piece of logo kind of got ruined in a way. You know what I mean? Because not ruined, it just got wrinkle on the paper, and sure enough, the boss got pissed off. The client got pissed off, and boss got pissed off, right? The amount of time the boss spent on yelling at me, asking me how this happened. You know, I get it. We want to go back and review what happened, and then we can improve on it, right? The society don't really do it. Society continuously point finger at you and ask you, how did that happen? I can repeat that 10 times. He's still, but how? But how? Really? I don't know. It happens. The machine got jammed. It's not my fault. Not like I just rip it apart. It got jammed. What can I do, right? So we spend hours being lectured how this happened. Now once, my boss thinking about how can we find solution to it? Is there a way to make up to it? How can we, grow from this? Now, to a point, I actually had to point out to my boss and say, can we stop talking about how this happened? Because I already explained to you 10 times. Can we right now, at least right now, right here, figure out how can we make up to it? How can we make up to this, right? And then the boss just believed there's no way out. There's no solution. And then sadly, our society actually have this kind of mentality. When you make a mistake, there's no make up to it. We actually believe in this, right? So what happened is this kind of mentality continue pointing out what's wrong with you, allow us, and then their thought kind of spill over to us, believing there's no way out. If I make a mistake, I'm a loser. If I make a mistake, people will never give me a second chance if I make a mistake, right? So we actually believe that. Because we believe that, therefore we allow ourselves to live in that. You know what I mean? But what I'm here to say is, mistake is there to help us learn. Yeah, we all do. We all make mistakes. We will date the people we shouldn't have. We do the stupid thing we shouldn't do. We all that. We did that well. We did that especially well in our teenager year. Little do we know we use this mistake to become our way of living, right? What I'm here to say, you do have an option now. You have an option. Mistake is not there to label you. Mistake is not there to prove how bad you were. Mistake is simply there to help you learn. Now, you ask yourself, how many of us actually tell ourselves, how can I learn from this? You know what I mean? So same thing as my kids, back to my kids playing volleyball. They make mistakes. They make way more mistakes than they used to. Every time they make a mistake, I can hear or I can see that sentence in their head. Oh my God, why am I making such a mistake? Why? Oh my God. And then when they come back, they feel some kind of defeated. Even though they still have a group hug, it's okay. But do they really believe in that? They don't really believe in that. Now, I'm saying the only way to help you grow from your mistake is start asking how. How can I better myself from this? How can I make sure I don't make this same mistake again? How? Now, guys, instead of continue blaming yourself and say, oh my God, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? How come I make such a mistake, right? I want you guys, every time dealing a mistake, try a different way of thinking. Start asking yourself, how can I improve myself from it? How can I better from this mistake? How can I make sure I will never make the same mistake again? How? Start asking you how. As I say, universe will always give you answer if you start asking. It's when you stop asking, then you realize answer is no way to be found. Of course, because you never ask. So now start using the resource of universe. If you ask, you will get the answer. Start asking them, how can I make myself a better soul? How can I improve myself? How can I learn from it? Give me a sign, give me a tool, give me something. Trust me, you will find your answer. So anyway, I'm just throwing two example for you guys to give you guys to know. Mistake is okay. We all do. We all make mistake. But it's more important how you learn from it. So if you ever make mistake again, and I'm pretty sure there are many more to come, don't live in that. Don't live in it. Actually learn from it. If you can learn from a mistake, then you already know you are better. You are better than yesterday. You are better than a year ago. You are better than 5 years ago. I don't know. So anyway, just a thought to share with you all. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, I talk to you guys next time. Bye.